Hey guys, Sasha Wood here with the top 10 supervillain weaknesses, cause why should the heroes be the only ones having their weaknesses exposed? Number 10. Dr. Doom and arrogance. Dr. Doom has the ability and the resources to take over the world, and actually has done so, but he is completely incapable of conceiving of himself as having made any mistakes or having any flaws of any kind. This makes him a horrible ally in any villainous alliance, since he feels a compulsion to be in complete control at all times, and will often find his plans undone by some minute detail or distraction. It's because everything just has to be so perfect. Everybody has to be able to laugh at themselves, hero or villain. Number 9. The Sandman and Cement. This Spider-Man villain can transform his body into sand with all of the earth manipulation and lung clogging abilities that entails. However, with Sand's abilities, there also come some hindrances, such as the potential that materials will combine to harden you into cement. Once this did occur to him, rendering him immobile and comatose. And it's not the only time people have mixed chemicals into him. That would freak me out. I don't think I'd want to take my sand form very often. Number 8. The Red Lanterns, and never being able to take off their rings. During the Jeff Johns run on Green Lantern, the color spectrum was introduced / expanded upon in the Green Lantern mythos. Rings based on emotion were detailed and assigned, and red was anger, and they started off murderous and villainous. The red rings seized on the anger of the wearer and replaced their heart, making it useless. The blood is then expelled from the wearer in a torrent of rage. Basically, they vomit the blood back up at you. The ring also initially rendered its wearers near mindless, as they were so blinded by rage. So basically the red ring, not the best deal. It's true the red ring has since been developed, but it still comes with some pretty I can never take this off style clauses. So if you take the ring off, well, most species can't live without a heart or blood. Still better than the hope ring, I guess. That one didn't even work without being near a green ring. Some more limitations at number 7. Loki and his power lock. This was a lock placed on Loki's abilities by Odin to stop him from being able to kill Thor or humans. When he did find a way to use his full powers, this typically resulted in Odin finding his location and could lead to a full removal of his abilities. As a result, this pretty much forced Loki into the role of either trickster or master manipulator, but it does lower some of the risk factor in straight up combat, but only in a head-on fight. Dealing with illusions and doppelgangers in battle is difficult, and with Loki that will always be a factor. I don't know why they used to make fun of him, those are the best tactics. Every team needs a mage. Every RPG player knows this. Number 6. Deadshot and a death wish. Deadshot is actually suicidal and feels his existence has no real value. This makes him a huge asset to the Suicide Squad, as he literally lives up to the team's name and he's down for any mission. But it also means that the chance of success varies. His skills mean he usually comes back alive, but his suicidal tendencies means it's not often unscathed. He once let the Green Lantern shoot him in the neck to get a good shot. His own life is simply not paramount, so if you need information or for him to survive the mission, maybe give the important documents to somebody who has a bit more of a sense of self-preservation, because there's a good chance that one of these days Deadshot isn't coming back. Number 5. Harley Quinn and being in love with the Joker. Harleen Quinzel is a competent, intelligent woman who must often subvert herself and is placed in great danger and outright abused because of her love for the psychopathic murderer, the Joker. Harley has to be careful to not overstep her place, as providing plans that are too good, not laughing at the appropriate times, or even being funnier than the Joker can result in a swift kick or even getting shot. While people argue back and forth as to the true nature of their relationship, one thing is certain: being with the Joker and her constant willingness to go back to him puts her in danger. And during her solo runs and issues, she has proven herself to be a far more competent villain without him. Number 4. Brainiac and germs. While everyone makes fun of this War of the World style weakness, it actually makes sense. Aliens would be susceptible to our microbes and bacteria, especially an alien like Brainiac, who lives his life encased in sterility, rarely actually physically interacting with the worlds he is absorbing. Even a human baby will be more susceptible to germs and disease if you sterilize everything around them. So yeah, break his containment suit if he's wearing one, or just get him into the muck and fuss of daily life, cough on him, lots of choices. In some depictions he's even a germaphobe, which definitely bumps coughing on him up the list. Number 3. Mr. Mxyzptlk saying his own name backwards, and I just struggled for so many takes to even say it forwards. He first appeared way back in Superman number 30 in 1944 as an annoyance to Superman, a trickster style character of varying degrees of villainy from the 5th dimension. Superman had to use his smarts to trick Mixie, yes that is the official short form form of his name back into his home dimension by getting him to say his name backwards, which is Mr. Killpitzism. You would think it was such an unnatural thing to say it wouldn't happen too often, but this near omnipotent imp would be sent back time and time again by his own name, which is a good thing because when he goes into full god villain mode, it's absolutely terrifying. Number 2. Black Adam and being unable to revert to mortal form. For those granted powers by the wizard Shazam, they can change in between their powered enhanced forms and their mortal ones by shouting the word Shazam. However, their mortal bodies are still aging and moving through time. Black Adam found himself corrupted by this power, unwilling to relinquish it and using it to rule. However, because he has stayed in this form for so long, he can never return back to his mortal form of Teth Adam in most incarnations, as he is simply too old. Reverting to that form would just kill him. So I guess he has no other choice but to go on being a power-hungry despot. And our number 1. The Joker and the death of Batman. The Joker is Batman's opposite and spends nearly all of his energy obsessing over him and trying to find ways to get him to pay attention to him. So it should be no surprise that in stories where Batman is dead, appears dead, or retires, the Clown Prince of Crime doesn't fare too well. In one story, this occurrence led to him becoming completely sane until Batman re-emerged. In another, he remained catatonic until an aged Batman returned to the crime-fighting scene. It is heavily implied that without Batman, the Joker has no purpose. This renders him a bit shady in a team-up where Batman has to be taken down. It also means that he has a hard time maintaining focus on any plan not involving Batman. He will also try to actively stop other villains who are looking like they're about to succeed at taking Batman down. I mean, he pushed Harley out of a window for having a better plan than him.
You always take shots from folks who just don't get the joke.
So those were 10 villain weaknesses, just trying to even out the playing field for those heroes trying to get a jump on their enemies. Let us know what lists you want to see next here on Top 10 Nerd. I'm Sasha Wood, thanks so much for watching, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list. See you guys!